Capitalists can just poop out.
Oh, I can.
Because labor doesn't, there's no labor involved in that whole process.
We talked about voluntary contracts.
It's never voluntary, man. I have to go to work to provide for my family.
You don't have to do anything.
So what? I can just go
about the voluntary exchange.
Is it, do I have to go get a job?
No.
Or do I have to not go get a job? You guys say the same thing to me every day.
You can take as many jobs as you want to take. The beautiful part about a free market system
is that we have to labor for the capitalist class every day.
I don't have to buy a backpack. I don't have to buy an iPhone. I don't have to buy a house.
But I have to buy food. I have to buy shelter.
And it's very cheap and very widespread.
Oh, but that's not voluntary. That's not voluntary.
In socialistic countries like Venezuela, they don't have any food on their shelves.
Hold on. You always talk about Venezuela. You always talk about Venezuela.
They don't have any teachers in their schools.
Can I talk? Sure. Right. Let's talk about socialism, right? Let's talk about democratic control of means production, right?
Like Cuba.
Like Cuba.
Like
Are the workers?
Like Venezuela.
Are North Korea?
Like Argentina.
Argentina.
Like Spain. Like Portugal.
Those are all not socialist countries.
Wait, Spain is not socialist. Portugal's not socialist. Venezuela's not socialist.
Do the workers control all means production? Do the workers control means production?
North Korea not socialist?
Is this country capitalist?
It's more capitalist than socialist.
Well, that's not
it's the greatest country in the history of the world.
So you're going to sit here and talk about people dying overseas from war and famine and all sorts of other things like racism and say, oh, what's our right? America's the best.
America's the greatest country.
You know what?
in the
Open
world.
your goddamn
we
eyes.
Have five, I'm not swearing, man. You're getting really upset. We have 5% of the world's population, yet we are the envy of the world. More people want to come here than any other country in the world. You don't see
everyone
people
here
trying to kill over themselves, trying to go to Cuba. You do not see people in Central America trying to kill themselves to go to Venezuela. Instead, they are risking their lives.
What did neoliberalism do to Central America?
To try to
what did
come to this
neoliberalism
country.
do to Central America?
Let's talk about the communist dictatorships of Central America.
Dude, there
let's
were no
talk
communist
about
dictatorship.
Let's
communist
talk about
dictatorship
Venezuela.
is a fucking oxymoron.
See, right now in Venezuela, they cannot even get enough food to put on their shelves because the government promised that everyone would be fed. They are eating themselves alive.
You can't trust the government.
Capitalism has lifted more people out of poverty than any other system.
And it's made bigger inequality than
capitalism,
ever before.
thanks to the abundance
you know
of
this,
trade.
Right?
America
you know
is
this,
the richest and the greatest country in the history of the world because people can freely interact without restrictive government intervention. And we are on the verge of losing that.
Yeah, because America's been stealing from the rest of the world for years and years and years, and you don't care about the rest of the
greatest fallacies of socialism is they think just because someone gets richer, someone must get poorer.
That's what happens.
It's antithetical to economics.
No, it's
if
not.
I buy an iPhone, Apple gets richer, and I get richer.
Who makes iPhones, sir?
Apple does, and I'm glad
Who
they
makes
do.
iPhones?
Who makes iPhones?
It's the workers that they're paid in
Southeast Asia has gotten richer thanks to neoliberal policies of free market capitalism.
And those
Vietnam is richer today than they were in the 60s.
And people still work in sweatshops.
Free trade,
people still work in sweatshops.
So who's
the standard of living?
Is it Apple that benefits
Everybody
from
does.
He's all right with sweatshops
thing.
as long as he doesn't have to work in
The
them.
standard of living in Southeast
Are you okay with
Asia
that, right?
has gotten
You're all right with
substantially
sweatshops
better.
as long as you don't have to work in them.
I would rather have countries have dramatic standard of living improvements like they have
But
over
they're
the
still
last
working in
40 years.
sweatshops, correct? Are you correct?
Absolutely, and that should
And
be
he's all right
improved.
with sweatshops as long as he
I'm
doesn't have to
okay
work.
with
It's
their
an
countries
alternative to the
improving.
terrible.
In Cuba, they don't even have these kind of medicine that could calm this guy down. But in free markets, we do. I really suggest you go to a Walgreens or a CVS.
Yeah, they have good.
Let's talk about the facts. Let's do 2 case studies. Hong Kong in 1955 and Cuba in 1950.
This guy's argument is that
Hong
the rich
Kong
are getting
was
richer,
one of the
it's
richest,
a better society.
was one of the poorest
and it's not.
places in America, in the world. Now Hong
He
Kong
stands
is the
on top
richest
telling us
GDP
how
per
great
capita.
capitalism is,
Now Cuba
and it's not.
is still poor.
You stand on
when
top,
people do
looking
not
down at us,
freely
telling
interact
us,
with each other,
slaves,
they do
this is
not
the only
get richer.
solution that you have.
One of the
This is the only
greatest
solution that you
fallacies
have.
of the
This is the
socialist
only
paradigm.
solution that we have
One of the
capitalism.
greatest fallacies of the socialist message.
And there
Bernie
is a
Sanders
better.
is just because
Bernie
people
Sanders
get
is not
richer.
a socialist. He's running as a Democrat. Jesus, man.
I hope you guys get that on film. I really do.
Yes.
It's true.
One of the greatest fallacies of the
Who
new
thinks Bernie
American
Sanders wants to
is that if
appropriate
someone
the
gets
means
richer,
production?
someone gets poorer. One of the greatest things about free market capitalism is when we freely trade with each other. I know, I need a haircut, right? The cool thing about capitalism is I can
cool thing
improve
about
my hair
capitalism.
for a low amount of money. Dude, I know, right? Anyway,
No one wants to listen
one
to
of
what
the
you're
most
selling,
amazing
man.
things
It's been making
about
people
free
poor
market
and putting
capitalism
people in.
is just
We don't buy
because
what you're
people
selling.
trade, everybody gets richer.